Let's make another randomly generated piece of jewelry. Today's numbers are drawer 4, impression die 64. Here is the die we've chosen. This design is carved by a contemporary engraver, Steve Adams. He is well known for his die engraving for the minting industry. He engraves coins and is one of the best hobo nickel carvers in the world. Let's see if I can do this design any justice. First up, I need to press the design. I'm using a fairly thick material. This is probably 14 gauge. Pressing it a few times just to get the outline, and then I trim the circle, anneal the metal, and press it many more times. You can see here I've got some of the detail, but not nearly all of it. I'll anneal it and continue pressing until I capture all of that hand engraved detail. Next, I use my jeweler's saw to saw around the circumference and use hand files and different sanding tools to smooth the edges. Now I'm doing something different with this piece. I am not making a piece of jewelry, I'm making a box. So I have created what will be the lip that goes inside the box to hold the lid in place, and I am soldering that onto the back of the stamping that we just made. To make the walls, I'm using a strip of patterned wire from the Cranston Fancy Wire Company, and I'm filing both ends flat, forming it around a pair of forming pliers, and then trimming it to be the right size to work with the lid that we just made. I saw through the joint to make sure the ends meet nice and tight, and then I apply a flux, heat the piece, add little bits of solder called pallions, and heat the piece until the solder flows and the joint is secure. Here is what the outside of the box looks like. Now I need to add a base. The first step for doing that is I need to sand the bottom edge of this cylinder completely flat before I can solder it onto a flat piece of metal. Right now the base is oversized, but after it's soldered, I'm going to trim the extra material and then use different sanding discs to smooth along that bottom edge. And I'm doing a little something extra. I am going to press just the very center of that design in silver. And you'll see how I'm going to use this in the final piece. Here is the finished box. I had so much fun making this. I rarely make boxes, and so it was a real fun challenge to utilize the die and pair it with a matching or similar patterned wire. That silver piece that I made, I decided to make that into a small tie tack style pin. There's a small hole in the center of the top of the box, and this small silver pin can be inserted through that hole to become a decorative element on the box when you're not wearing the pin. I'm really inspired by this design of making a wearable piece and then a way to display it when it's not being worn. So I'm excited to see where this idea leads me in the future. This box definitely took a long time to make, but I am thrilled with how it came out, and I hope you are too. If you like watching these videos and think you might want to play along, I need 2 numbers from you in the comments. Number 1 through 8, that determines which drawer I'll pick, and a number 1 through 85, and that determines which die from that drawer I'll choose. I'll randomly choose a comment, make a piece based on those numbers, and then if yours are the numbers that I chose, you get first dibs at possibly purchasing the piece. There is zero pressure to buy it, however. This is just for the process, and I'm enjoying every moment of it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.